live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
State line families will be out tonight looking to score some candy. We're live with the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office learning about their efforts to protect residents.
Plus, a Rockford area nonprofit wants to give a veteran a new home. Organizers explain why they need a little more time to finish the project.
And a tough season for Harlem football only gets worse after their Friday game. Later, we'll have the latest from Scott Leber on reports of the coaching staff being dismissed. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Many young children will be out and about trick-or-treating tonight, and the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department is one of the agencies patrolling the state line to keep kids safe. Jess
Lipson is riding along to hear the office's plans for protecting families out tonight. Jess?
Well, Eric and Mimi, I am driving along with Winnebago County Deputy, and we are just patrolling, making sure that trick-or-treaters are staying safe today. There are no trick-or-treaters out just yet, but if you want to just kind of talk to me if there is, a certain route we take or anything specific we're driving around today too?
No, we're just going through all the neighborhoods in McChesney right now and making sure everyone's safe and having a wonderful night on a cold night like tonight.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there anything we're looking for safety concerns-wise with trick-or-treaters?
Safety concerns, just people's behaviors, making sure, no kids are getting jumped for candy or fighting over candy. That would be my main safety concern for tonight.
Yeah, and you, just like many first responders, have to work tonight on the holiday. This, like Christmas and Thanksgiving, is there, anything you'd just like to say for first responders working today?
Be safe. This is just hopefully going to be a nice, easy night, like any other holiday, and just hopefully be safe, man. That's all I can say.
Alrighty, well, we will be back at 6 to hopefully see some trick-or-treaters out and about. But for now, reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Jess Lipson. Back to you, Mimi.
All right, thanks, Jess. The clock is ticking to join one of the largest police agencies in Illinois. Rockford Police Department's entry-level hiring window ends today. If you're hired, applicants will be assigned to one of the department's 3 patrol shifts after completing training. Once a year, applicants will have the opportunity to bid for a shift of their choice. RPD's recruiter says if you're on the fence about the department, it's still a good decision to submit an application.
If you are that one that you looked at the application, you started to fill it out, but you're just not sure, fill it out, get it all the way submitted, and then email me. If it's just a matter of getting you in for a ride-along to make sure that the Rockford Police Department is the best fit for you, let me help answer those questions, but the key thing is get the application in.
The application deadline is midnight tonight. For information on how to apply, go to our website, mystateline.com.
A local nonprofit with the goal of giving a veteran a new home says it's going to fall a little short of its original deadline. Marshmallow's hope is dedicated to preventing youth, veteran, service member, and first responder suicides. This year, it created Project 4114. Volunteers took a home on Lake and Terrace, gutted it, and rebuilt it from the studs. That includes all new plumbing and electrical. Outside, a new roof, new siding, and a brand new deck were added. Even with the progress that's been made, group leaders say they don't think they will meet their original Veterans Day deadline, but the home giveaway recipient says he is just honored to have a place to live soon.
The house isn't going to be done on time, and all I can say to that is don't worry about it. Finish it when you finish it, sincerely. Just the fact that you're doing this is so huge. So I just want to say thank you again to everybody.
The nonprofit still needs a licensed professional to do the heating and cooling in the home. Marshmallow's Hope's new goal is the end of the year. You're going to want to bundle up your kids nice and tight while they trick-or-treat.
Yeah, let's check back in with Jordan for our cold forecast here in the state line. Jordan?
Yeah, that's right, guys. We're already seeing temperatures that have been in the 30s throughout much of the afternoon. Wind chills making things feel a lot colder than that. We've seen some of those winds continuing to pick up, gusting a little bit higher throughout the rest of the day as well. Right now, temperatures are still in the mid to low 30s, 36 right now in Rockford, 34 in DeKalb, 33 in Rochelle. But look at those wind chills down in the 20s across the board in a few spots, starting to tease the lower 20s as temperatures fall and winds continue to remain remain a little strong. In the wake of this low pressure system, things will continue to feel a little bit cooler into the night tonight. In addition to that, we have had this on and off snow showers throughout much of the afternoon. Those spottier showers now off to the south of Interstate 88, but some lighter snow that's kind of been lake enhanced starting to work its way closer to the northwestern portions of our viewing area. So areas like Lake Geneva into McHenry County, a little bit further off to the south of that, probably going to be still seeing at least some of that light to steady snow continuing not too much longer from now. With some of the spottier snow showers we had earlier, we still see kind of a little bit showing up on just the tips of the grass out there in Rochelle, but otherwise things continuing to quiet down with the bulk of these more spottier showers continuing to work their way out of the area. As you mentioned, things going to be a little bit on the cooler side for the rest of the evening tonight. So if you are headed out for trick-or-treating, note that those temperatures are going to be falling back down into the lower 30s with wind chills down in the low 20s for the majority of the night ahead. By the time we wake up early tomorrow morning, we could be talking about wind chills even down in the teens. I'll let you know when temperatures are going to rebound back closer to normal for this time of year, coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit.
Boy, those chills are brutal, certainly by October standards. Thanks, Jordan.
Well, children are going to be stocked up with a lot of candy tonight, and all that sugar can have harmful effects on their teeth.
Drea Baroni talked with a local dentist about how to delay the decay. Drea.
Yeah, Mimi, Eric, eating candy is inevitable today, but dentists say some candies are better for our teeth than others. They say to go for those crunchy chocolate over the chewy gummies. Those are the ones that stick to our teeth and cause cavities. I talked to Dr. Newcomer, who is certainly in the holiday spirit. She told me 3 things to do to keep our teeth clean this Halloween.
Everything in moderation is fine. So candies, especially with like a meal or a snack time, because then you have other foods that help with cleaning the teeth off, drinking water afterwards just to get your pH of your mouth back to a better environment. But the biggest thing is after you're having anything with sugar in it, making sure you're brushing for 2 whole minutes and getting the floss in there to keep things nice and clean.
Dr. Newcomer says some of the worst candies for our teeth are Tootsie Rolls and Laffy Taffies, which of course are my 2 favorites. Eric, Mimi.
Add us to that list as well. Thanks, Drea.
Senators will hear testimony from the FBI and Homeland Security to explain their efforts in defending U.S. citizens.
Up next, the hearing comes as reports of threats against Jewish and Muslim communities rise.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Lever, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
The Homeland Security Secretary and the FBI's director will testify in front of U.S. senators to explain those agencies' ongoing efforts to secure the country against terrorist threats.
Raquel Martin reports the hearing comes as DHS reports an increase in threats against both Jewish and Muslim communities.
It is a time to be concerned. We are in a dangerous period.
FBI Director Christopher Wray says the war in the Middle East is spurring new terrorist threats inside the U.S.
Just the past few weeks, multiple foreign terrorist organizations have called for attacks against Americans and the West.
Wray and Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas told senators Tuesday law enforcement is working around the clock to monitor rising threats targeting Jewish, Muslim, and Arab communities.
We are engaging extensively with faith communities.
They say the biggest concern remains lone actors inspired by terrorist groups abroad, many of whom are calling for attacks against Jews.
This is a threat that is reaching in some way sort of historic levels, so they need our help.
DHS expects the heightened threat environment to extend through 2024, in part because of the violent images circulating online.
This is not a time for panic, but it is a time for vigilance.
But Republicans like Senator Roger Marshall say it's the president's border policy putting Americans at greater risk.
How many illegal aliens in this country or here on asylum have direct ties to Hamas, to Hezbollah, to the Islamic Jihad?
Let me assure you that the individuals that pose a risk to our national security are our highest enforcement priority.
Right now, DHS is asking for additional funding to combat all national security threats, including $6 billion for border security. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
It's a cold Halloween for the state line.
Up next, with a couple of hours left in most places for trick-or-treating, Jordan tells us what kind of scary elements you might battle.
Now, Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
After pockets of on and off snow showers throughout much of the early part of the day today, things actually kind of calming down, at least as far as our precipitation is concerned, and our skies actually starting to clear as we see some of those sunsets off there, some of peaks in the clouds as we get later on here into the evening tonight, looking across the state line. This all coming in the wake of this low pressure system that brought us the snow showers on and off throughout the day today, a very cold core low pressure system. Now the bulk of these scattered showers swinging off to our south, but now some light lake-enhanced snow starting to work its way in, mainly off to the northeast of the Rockford area, some of which could start to drift a little bit closer toward the Boone County's areas and McHenry County as it continues to lift a little bit further off to the south. All of the bulk of the additional snow that we had earlier, though, now working its way out of the area as we get closer and closer toward Interstate 80. As we look at our Rochelle SkyTrack camera, we actually still see at least some pockets of where some snow had fallen earlier. However, things now with the sun coming out that direction starting to melt away some of that snow as well. Earlier, we did have some significant drops in visibility as these bursts of snow were working through, but now the majority of us continuing to see around 10 miles of visibility. However, we are still holding on to those stronger winds out of the north to the northwest, starting to bring us a little bit higher wind speeds. Wind speeds right now up around 10 to 15, even close to 20 miles per hour in some spots. Earlier today and throughout much of the afternoon, we have still seen some of those stronger wind gusts, with wind gusts around the area up around 30 miles per hour, and our highest wind gust actually out in Galena with 45 miles per hour earlier today. Temperatures at the moment remaining a little bit more on the cooler side, now down into the mid-30s for many of us. 36 in Rockford, 37 in Janesville with a little bit more sun, but 35 in Freeport and 34 in Monroe. Current wind chills are down in the 20s and will continue to fall with those temperatures falling the rest of the night tonight. Wind chills going to remain in the 20s for trick-or-treating. So if you're headed out anytime over these next few hours, temperature is going to be in the lower 30s with those wind chills down in the lower 20s. So making sure you have at least a couple extra layers, maybe some gloves if you're going out and planning to trick-or-treat in those outdoor conditions. All of this being brought to us by this small but potent low pressure system kind of sitting over the Great Lakes right now with a stronger jet stream helping to bring us some of those stronger winds as well. The jet stream then moderates, becomes more zonal in flow. That's almost straight west to east, and that's going to bring us not only those moderating temperatures, but also additional rain chances as we get into the weekend and early next week. Still plenty of uncertainties to exactly how that is going to develop, but definitely those moderating temperatures back up to 41 for tomorrow, 49 on Thursday for the high temperature, and even some of those overnight lows dipping back above that freezing mark as we get into the end of the week.
Some of those lows are highs for the next day or so. Jordan, thanks.
Scott's in next with sports.
He says Harlem High School's head football coach and the entire coaching staff are out at the school. Several players are coming to their coach's defense.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
A rough season for Harlem High School's football team had an even rougher ending this past Friday night. And now I'm told that head coach Bob Moynihan and his entire coaching staff have all been dismissed. Harlem lost its playoff opener last Friday night to Glenbard East 24-0. It was an emotionally charged game that got chippy, and this happened at the end with just over a minute to play. Glenbard East quarterback in the victory formation took a knee. A Harlem player came flying across the line of scrimmage, tackling the quarterback. Tempers flared, there was a lot of shoving, and a few punches were thrown by players on both teams. With the outcome of the game no longer in doubt, the officials ended the game right then and there. I'm told that yesterday, Moynihan and his entire coaching staff, all the way down to the freshman level, were let go from their coaching positions at the school. I reached out to Harlem principal Jeremy Boyce today. He told me he's not able to discuss personnel matters at the school. Coach Moynihan got back to me, but told me he's not able to speak at this time. I'm told by someone in the know that what happened Friday night was the final straw with administrators at Harlem. Administrators have been unhappy with what they feel has been a decline in the culture of the football program. They believe there were times during Moynihan's tenure when he and his assistants should have dealt more sternly with some incidents that have occurred within the team. So, in an attempt to clean up the culture, administrators have dismissed all the coaches. Many Harlem players have come to the defense of Moynihan and his assistants, none more so than Tony Paul, a junior lineman on the football team. He started an online petition hoping to have Moynihan retained at Harlem.
He's just a really great person. We could go to him whenever we need to at night. If he needs, we just call him. He's just always there for us. People need to know that he's not a bad coach. He's an amazing coach. All the coaches are.
Whenever things were going wrong, we could always turn to him. He was always able to help us no matter what the situation was. I mean, just seeing that this is happening, he's got a lot of us teary-eyed.
Did the coaches tell the Harlem player to hit the quarterback at the end of the game?
No, not at all.
Moynihan was Harlem's head football coach the past 5 years. His teams made the playoffs every year except for the COVID year when there were no playoffs. That year, the Huskies went 6-0 and won the Nick 10 championship. And last year, Harlem's team became the first team in school history to go 3 rounds deep in the playoffs. That's sports. We'll be right back.
We're going to have to be hats and mittens and gloves and winter coats over those costumes tonight.
Right, and I went out to do something last night, and I had the hat and gloves and the gloves and, having everything ready. You got to make sure that you are prepared for some of the cooler temperatures, and trick-or-treaters, no joke for some of these temperatures later on here into the night tonight, as we are going to be seeing those wind chills down in the teens. We are actually already seeing clearing skies following the low-pressure system, the majority of us now having seen actually some sunshine just before the sun sets on the First Warn Interactive Radar from Rockford Auto Glass and More. Clearing skies through the rest of the night tonight, and in the wake of that system will help to bring our winds up a little bit as well. Wind gusts could still gust close to around 20 to 25 miles per hour. Wind chills down in the 20s and the teens overnight into the night tonight. Thanks, Jordan.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.